Hey guys, it's Rick. Welcome to the HDVIBE channel. If you'd like to see more tips, tricks, rides, reviews, installs on my Harley Davidson touring motorcycles, as well as information about motorcycles and the motorcycle community, I ask you to please hit that subscribe button. And when you do subscribe, please leave a comment down below saying I subscribe so I can personally reach out and thank you for supporting the channel. Also, don't forget to hit that bell icon and select all so you do get notified every time I do put out new content. So today, guys, you've probably seen at least one or maybe more of my videos on upgrades and things that I've done to this 2021 Road Glide Special. And what I want to do today is sort of take you through all of those in this video and then talk about some things that are going to be coming down the pipe in the not too distant future. And we'll get into it right after this. Guys, if you think about it, the upgrades that I've done can be sort of put into a couple of categories. So one, is it making the bike more safe to be out on the road? Two, is it making it a more comfortable ride for me? And three, is it just kind of changing the appearance to my liking? So I'm going to start up here in the front. So the first thing I have up here is this Memphis Shades 5.5 spoiler in black opaque windscreen. So I changed that out from the stock. This thing is awesome. For me, I'm 5'10". It does the job. It keeps the wind going over my helmet, keeps me comfortable and away from that buffeting. And I'll have a video that I did on that, just explaining this product as well as wind buffeting, and I'll have a link to that as well as down in the description. So sticking up front still here, we've got these mirrors. These are not the stock mirrors. These are the Harley Davidson low profile custom mirrors that are not stock on this bike. It just gives to me a little bit more low profile look, gives the bike sort of a sleeker look in my mind. And again, these are black and not chrome that came with the bike. Again, kind of changed it up. So moving down up in the front here, on more in the safety category, is these LED turn signal inserts by Custom Dynamics. These are the Gen 4, and I'll have a video for that as well. I didn't show a video of putting it in here, but I actually did a video on one of the other bikes that I'll link. So those are great. They're run in white and turn in amber. Great product, plug and play from Custom Dynamics. Moving down here, we have this lower spoiler fairing. So this hooks onto the spoiler. This is by HR3 Baggers. I did a video on that. I'll link that up there. So this kind of falls into more of the appearance. It gives the appearance of sort of the CVO style. And you'll only find those on the CVO style from stock from Harley Davidson. This one is in vivid black. They have some other colors. Pretty easy install. It's held up great. I've had it on here for now a couple, 2-3 months now. It's awesome. I like the look. I get a lot of compliments on that. So moving down to the crash bars, you'll see I actually have some highway pegs, and those are in black as well, even though they're on a chrome highway crash bar. So these highway pegs obviously add some more comfort. I think I got these off Amazon. I don't even know if they're non-branded, but they do have the streamliner look that are on the floorboards, etc. So great. I've had no issues with them. I actually had them on one of the other bikes that lasted a number of years. I don't know, 2, 3, 4 years now. No issues whatsoever. So kind of moving to the middle of the bike. And this will fall into the comfort category, and that's this seat here. This is the Saddlemen San Diego Customs Pro Series seat with the gripper. This is a little bit more of an extended reach seat. Even though I'm not a tall guy, that's the only way this seat comes. It does come with the backrest. I will tell you, I cannot ride these bikes with the stock seats anymore because Harley Davidson seats, they're too cushy for me. A lot of people like that. I do not. These Saddlemen seats are a little firmer. This one is firm, and the reason they're firm is because they have gel core technology. And if you go check out Saddlemen's website, they actually have a great video showing you what will happen to an egg when it drops on foam that's in Harley Davidson or other stock seat versus what an egg will do when it drops on the gel core that they put in these seats. You'll kind of be amazed. So go check that out. So moving back here to protect this seat, and again, this is sort of in the comfort area, obviously. Back here, I actually have a Saddlemen sort of locking bolt that I put on this so that nobody steals this pretty expensive seat that I have on this motorcycle. This is about a $20 option. It just requires a special tool. Instead of just someone having to have a Phillips screwdriver and they can steal your seat. These seats, aftermarket seats, are not inexpensive. So I think that's a great investment, a few bucks. Also, there's a few videos on this seat, which I'll link as well. A couple reviews, but this thing glowing in my perspective. So moving down from the seat, we have these Saddlebag Guards. I did a video on that, which I'll link as well, on how to install these. And the reason I really put these on, if you're like me, you do some slow speed skills, you're bound to drop these bikes. And it's a lot less expensive, and a few scratches on these Saddlebag Guards versus your actual saddlebags, you're gonna thank me in the long run. That video was quite popular, a lot of views, so go check that one out. These are not that expensive. If you get the non-Harley branded version of this, you're gonna save yourself a bunch of money. And I think I actually, in that video, if you go back and watch that after this, I have a link to which brand I got. I actually will also be putting that same brand on the CVO Street Glide, because to me, especially on that bike, that paint is so expensive. I'd rather replace, I think these are $50 or $75. I'd rather replace this than try to get that paint matched if I scrape the bottom of those bags. So, moving to the back of the bike. And again, this kind of, in my mind, goes into the safety category, and that's the lighting on the back of this. So, all custom dynamics. We have the low profile dual color sequential bag lights on there. And then we have the 1157 smart turn signals back there. And we have the tri-bar light down in the tri-bar section of the fender. So again, all of these are run, brake, and turn. The low profile bags as well as the turn signals, they run and brake in red, and then they turn in amber. Now, the nice thing about the tri-bar light, the stock light, is pretty bright, but it only does run. If you put the Custom Dynamics version on that, it not only does run, it does brake, and it works with the magic strobe that's built into the Smart 1157 turn signals. So I have this on the X pattern, which I think is setting number 6. It X patterns like 6 times and then it goes to solid. So another sort of safety feature from the rear end of this bike. So the other thing I put on this bike is slip-ons. I haven't done a tune on this yet because it's still under warranty, but I put the Cobra Race Pro slip-ons on this bike. Huge upgrade over stock pipes, but they're certainly not as loud as the DBX 45s that I have on the CVO Street Glide. But they do the job. I like these pipes. I run them on the highway. They still have enough sound, but they're not overwhelming. But if you get in the throttle, they still will give you a little bit of a crack. I'm curious when I get to the point where I can actually change the head pipe out, what these might sound like. So more to come on that. So that's kind of all the things in terms of safety and comfort that you can see. But there's some things that you're not seeing right now. And the first one I want to cover is these Legends Revos. I put the Legend Revos on this bike not too long ago, but I've run Legends on my other bikes, and it makes a huge impact in terms of the comfort and the rideability of this bike. The stock shocks are just horrid on this bike. I would hit bumps, bottom out, fly out of the seat. Since I put these Legends on, riding this bike is much more enjoyable. So if you're considering suspension or shocks, I would recommend Legends. There's a lot of them out there that probably do just as good, but anything you do is going to be a huge upgrade over the stock. So other things that you cannot see, there's some things up underneath this fairing that you cannot see. So the first thing is the WHIM module. That's a wireless headset interface module, and that again allows me to connect my Bluetooth headset into the bike and the whole infotainment system. Some people say, why did you do that? Da, 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 da. I get it. It's another expense. But for me, I ride enough using my headset that it is worth the investment and a little bit of my time to put that in, get it flashed by the dealership so it's recognized by the infotainment system, so that I can actually operate that infotainment system with my headset, these hand signals, and giving it voice commands. So for me, it's worth it, and I ride enough. I like it. The other thing that's underneath that fairing is the CB module. Again, link to the video there. Most people don't use CBs anymore. I'd ride with a group. I'm a road captain here in St. Louis with the ride group. We use the CB, so I had to put it in at least one of the bikes, so when we go on our group rides, I have the CB module in. And I'll have a link to that video, how I install that. Again, that will work through the WHIM, through my wireless headset. I can control it you do have to also get the right side housing here, this control housing, switch housing, and install that too. But that's all covered in the video as well, along with links to all of the products that go into that installation. So the other thing that you cannot see is I actually installed the security siren. So what's the security siren? That's the chirp chirp, right? A lot of people don't like it. They come on the CVOs. I like it. The reason I like it is it gives an audible when you arm and disarm it. And if somebody comes and tries to move this bike when the key fob is not close to it and they don't know the pin, that thing will absolutely scream. So it'll draw attention and hopefully keep your bike from being stolen. And there's a video on that that's been quite popular as well, and I'll have a link as to how I installed that on some of the other bikes. It's exactly the same on this one. It's the exact same security siren that comes stock on the CVOs. And I believe on the bikes in the international markets, they all kind of come with that. So it's, I think the module itself now is around more, or $83 now. You know, Harley Davidson is just one of those things. Everything is there, the wiring, you just slide it in, plug it in, it's ready to go. But they've decided not to put them in the US market. So, a lot of stuff that I've done on this bike. And I'm gonna tell you there's more to come. So you may have noticed this shirt I have on. And it says Hogworks. So if you don't know, Hogworks does a lot of body parts, saddlebags, lower fairings, parts, pieces for these Harley Davidson touring bikes as well as others. And in the coming months, weeks, months to come, there's going to be a lot of Hogworks products that are coming this way, coming to the HDVIBE garage, and are going to be going on this 2021 Road Glide Special. I'm not going to reveal exactly what all that is, but there's a bunch of stuff coming. And it's really going to sort of transform the look of this bike. In the comments, note down there what you think I might be doing in terms of transforming the look of this bike. I'm really excited. These guys have been great to work with so far. Stuff has been coming in. More stuff is coming in. So there's going to be a number of videos coming out sort of covering the things and the transformation that I'm going to do on this bike. And you might be surprised by some of the products that I actually will be putting on this bike. So not only that, so again, that's more appearance stuff for the most part, maybe some safety stuff, but it's not going to stop there. So obviously this bike is still under warranty. I know the FTC letter went out and Harley Davidson had to give you all this stuff about the warranty and they can't void it and blah, 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 blah. But if you read that closely, the one thing you cannot do, you cannot put another aftermarket tuner in here and change this tune that's outside of EPA standards while these bikes are in warranty. That's kind of the caveat, right? If you want to tune these bikes or upgrade the engine to performance, you can't tune them. You can't dyno tune them. They're going to void the warranty if something goes wrong, or they have the potential option to do that. So I'm waiting on that. So maybe more to come on that with some other products for this bike. And there may be some other things that could be coming down the pipe as well. So I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Share this with your friends. Put some comments down below as to what you think I might do, what you like on this bike, what might you think that I should do. I know one thing everybody's gonna say is handlebars. I'm not a big fan of changing out handlebars. There might be some grips in the future that are going on this bike a little different, but a lot of stuff. And again, you know, it comes down to these bikes, we change them for a variety of reasons, right? Safety, comfort, and appearance. So I think with this bike, I'm sort of covering all of that with some great products that you guys can see how they're installed. And that's really the focus of this channel, is showing you guys what you can do with these bikes, how you do it, how you can save some money. And with that, I want to leave you guys with this. Life is short, get out and ride the bike. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.